Hello everyone, welcome back to the It's a New channel. This is gonna be my first game dev vlog, and this is more so for me because I want to see how I progress in terms of mindset, in terms of what are the challenges I'm facing, what am I excited about, things like that. And I think this is a fun time because I'm still very much early in the development process. So a lot of what's going through my mind is just the research I've done because I've been like watching so many indie game dev advice videos online and also reading books on the creative process. So there's a lot of things that are running through my mind, like theory, I guess. That's what I'm studying right now, the theory. And I'm not sure how I'm gonna actually be able to like execute that theory into an actual game. So we'll see. Inshallah, the hope and the ask is that I publish something this year. And I would say right now the biggest obstacle for me is perfection. I think sometimes I am avoiding thinking about the game, working on the game, because I keep thinking that I need to make this game like perfect. It needs to be the next fucking, I don't know what, the next Expedition 33. Um, but that's not gonna happen. So I think I need to remove that stress from me and honestly be okay with the fact that my first game is probably gonna be garbage. And I just need to keep going and keep using that, like the skills and lessons I learned from games I make to hopefully maybe actually release something good. But yeah, and then I think also some challenges right now is me and my teammate, so it's just two of us, are not exactly coders. So she's working on the art, and I'm basically the one who's like designing the game and actually coding the game on Unity. And it's been very challenging because yeah, I wouldn't say I'm a coder. I'm more of a designer, and I think that has been kind of slowing my progress down because I have been kind of like like I visualize things and I try to actually do them. It's a lot harder. And yeah, I think very fun thing to realize is that game design and the development process is super slow, especially when it's just two people. Can you imagine? Just two people making a game. I was initially going to do it solo. So I think I was a bit too, how do I say it? Optimistic about the timeline. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna finish this in a month or 2 months. I don't think that's gonna happen. I think realistically, I can give myself like maybe 6 months. Um, and then inshallah, maybe something will come out of it. I just want to publish anything. At this point, let me remove the stress. It'll be garbage, but at least it will be something. Um, And I think also, since, like I said, I've been researching, I was watching this one guy, everyone probably knows him. He's like very famous for giving advice to indie game devs on how to market their game, especially on Steam. And he says that most indie game dev studios only release one game, and then that's it. So only very few continue, like, release a second game, and then even less release, like, more than that. So, and he also said that like a lot of the time your fifth game or something will be like an actual hit, you know? That's like when you'll actually start making good games. So, I wouldn't say I'm like a new game dev. I've like technically worked with a team and we shipped out a game on iPhone. But I think this is different because this is actually a game that like, you know, it's not linked to a like a like a game jam theme. It's not linked to because that one like we made it for a company kind of because it was to highlight culture or whatever. So I didn't feel like I was making a game for myself. But this is like actually a game that's I'm deciding the whole plot. There's no like limits. So it's been very interesting and a bit challenging because like again, the whole scope creep is very much real. Sometimes like I discuss with my friend, I'm like, yeah, like this is so cool, and then we could add this and stuff. And then I have to realize like I'm programming and I don't think I could program whatever cool aspect, thing I came up with in 6 months. So yeah, I think I have been somewhat decent at like taking a step back and being like, hey, that's a great idea, but because sometimes my teammate gives me suggestions. I'm like, that's a cool idea and all, but I don't think that is in our capacity right now. In like the current state that we are, in and like with our current skill set? I don't think so. And I think I'm just gonna relay some things I hear, which are very interesting, which are I heard that there are certain, like, people don't want to admit this because they're like, no, make what you like. But there are some genres that are like better, I would say, for game devs to make than others. He said that he wouldn't recommend game devs to make, or indie game devs to make RPGs, to make puzzle games, platformer games. Um, and he says that people are always like, okay, well, what about Celeste? What about Celeste? That's like one game. You know what I mean? And there's many platformers out there, and I've been with it. Like I have worked with a team before where like a lot of the games they want to make are puzzles, platformers, and a lot of the time, like in my head, I think like to myself, I don't think this is something that will actually like go viral and actually, make money. Like I'm all for like art and like making things for the sake of art and what you enjoy. But sometimes like you also have to think about what will become viral, what will actually succeed and profit and make you profit and blah 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 blah. And he said the top genres are actually like cozy games. That makes a lot of sense to me. That's what I see a lot of the time pop up. And I think cozy game fans are like so loyal. Like they will see any cozy game and just like wish list, wish list, wish list. And then also horror games. And then what else he said? Like city builder games. Games where like you give players the tools and they create and construct their own world story, like decorating their rooms, stuff like that. Like that's what I think is easy for someone, or not easy, but like easier to code. Um, and then it can also, because it's like, because of its nature, people will spend a lot of time on that game. So it's like very little code for the amount of time someone spends on the game, rather than like working a long time on like creating a linear narrative, because that will take a lot of time. And then playtime wise, someone will probably only play through it once. So, and then you're probably thinking, okay, horror games are the same thing. But he said that the exception are horror games because no one wants to spend like 50 hours in that scared state. Do you know what I mean? So, but people will want to spend money on horror games. Because I, again, think about it like what goes viral? A clip of like a streamer screaming at a game, or like a clip of a streamer doing a platformer. Those are things to think about. And I really like his point of view because I think I kind of have a like sense of what will actually become viral or not. And you're probably thinking, but girl, like your channel's dead. I know. I'm not trying to go viral. I don't want to go viral. I want to be niche. Um, these videos are just for myself. Like this channel's art for me. Like just because I like yapping. Um, but I don't enjoy actually like I don't want to be viral basically. At least not as like a YouTuber. I can also talk a little bit about what I think in terms of the book I'm reading. I don't know what it's called. It's like there somewhere. But I think it's very cool. It talks about how, we have these myths about the creative genius, and we believe that like talent is innate and we can never be as creatively inclined as someone who's just born with it, like Mozart and stuff like that. But basically, the book argues like that's not true. It's all about purposeful practice, and there are other factors. Sometimes people think it's about IQ. It's not about IQ. If you have slightly above average IQ, you have the same ability to be great creatively as anybody else. And then also, I think the top three things that are important for success are early parental encouragement, persistence, and I think self-confidence. I don't remember. But I just think it's interesting because I also kind of used to think that talent is what gets you places. And sometimes I just think like, okay, I'm just talented in this one thing and I'm not in that thing, so I should just stick with what I'm good at. And then I guess I realized like, no, I can learn anything. Like if I just put in the work and purposeful practice is important because sometimes people think just hard work will be enough. But if you just like lift the same weights every day in the gym, you're not going to make gains as much as the person who's actually like progressively overloading. If that makes sense. Like you need to be challenging yourself every time you are practicing. I feel like I am getting better at understanding how to actually develop my ideas into a game. And I think I am getting better at like actually coming up with ideas that I think might be successful. And also, I guess in general, like understanding Unity engine better, understanding C sharp, because I'm not that great at C sharp. I'm mostly like a Java girl. So yeah, these are things that I'm learning, and I really hope, inshallah, I get better over time. Yeah, that's it from me. I don't want to make this too long. How long has it been? 12 minutes. Great, that's not that long. If you want me to talk a bit more about the book I'm reading, let me know. I can do like a full in-depth review about the key takeaways from there. I'm not done, but I can definitely like finish I think I'm done with like half of the book. So I can talk a little bit about it if you want. But yeah, inshallah, I'll give you guys future updates. And I guess right now we want to work on a demo, like just getting a demo out, and not a demo, like having a polished first part of the game that we can test with people around us and see their reactions, because I'm actually not super sure about how people will react to the core gameplay. Like I'm not sure if people will enjoy it or find it a bit redundant, so we'll see how it goes. And yeah, thank you guys for watching.